no meaning behind the logo anymore. Just plain and boring. We're gonna learn. There's some serial job changer CEO there. Let's learn
There's a
from
marketing
Charlie.
trend that's existed for far too long now. It's been years, and it's more cringe than when all companies tried to use Gangnam Style to promote their brand. It's this
Gangnam Style.
fixation on diluting all logos to just be bold text with the company name, just this minimalist garbage where it removes all fun and whimsy and personality and completely erases all creativity of logos and just reduces them to the company name on a very bland color. It's like the most sterile shit ever. It's not interesting. I think it super sucks, but this has been the norm for corpo dog shit for a while. I still think the most infamous example
can we just not anymore with this stupid turning everything into modern day boring ass stupid ass shit? Why is modern equal boring? Where is all the fun logos and everything back in the day? Why is everything becoming plain and boring? Like, what the hell? The longest position she held was CEO for some brand I haven't even heard of for 3 years, where the bulk of her jobs were either 6 months to a year. Wow. Job hopping. Okay. If we break people's spirit, they won't rise up. Fair. That is fair.
When Staples made an entire E3 press conference to unveil their new logo, where they removed the iconic Staples logo to make this, and then they had like paid shills in the audience going, "Yeah! Wee!" all over like the Staples logo unveiling. Which,
it's a literal staple. Whoop-de-doo.
Again, nobody cares about. It's a worse logo. All you've done is just make a worse logo. And now Cracker Barrel has finally followed suit where they redesigned their logo.
No!
And man, did it hit them hard where it hurts the most. Right in their fucking precious nutsack of money. Pretty much overnight, they lost roughly $100 million in value. Their stock took a nosedive into the shitter here. And of course, plenty of people make the argument, it's just a logo, this is so overblown and unnecessary.
No, but, okay, hold on, we're gonna go back. What the frick, you guys? Look at this. What the hell is this? So, there's no effort there. There's no effort. You just make a shape, bam, put the words there, bam, done. Yeah, it's an old country store, so modernizing it defeats the point. Thank you, Dimitri. Thank you. Why are we modernizing it? Oh my god, stop with the boring modernization of everything. Exactly, Sadira. It looks like you could just make this in MS Paint. Yes, thank you. Skip ahead a little bit.
Took a nosedive into the shitter here. And of course, plenty of people make the argument, it's just a logo, this is so overblown and unnecessary. It's not that big of a deal. And I guess I can kind of understand that, but I also understand why so many people are fed up with the enshittification of things. Like, everything seems to like be going in this direction where it gets boiled down to like the same generic sludge, where everything has to be the most bland, samey poop ass. Like, it's just so unnecessary. Like, changing that logo and making it simpler does nothing for Cracker.
There's no meaning behind the logo anymore. It's just some splot, like a circle with text inside. That's it. That's what logos are nowadays. There's no story behind the logo, nothing. No representation of any kind. Just plain and boring.
Barrel or for anybody. It's just a waste of time and resources. And there is more to it. It's not just the logo. They are like redoing the menu. They're redoing the restaurants as well. The idea is they want to make it the Cracker Barrel of today and tomorrow is the verbiage that the CEO used. She actually went and did an interview with Good Morning America where she affirms that Cracker Barrel is really happy with how everything's going. And
I'm sure they are.
The response has actually been overwhelmingly positive.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they have to be. Yeah, nothing tells you what it is. There's like if you think of modern restaurants, you could go to any restaurant, they almost all look the same. Like, the reason most people want to go to these different kinds of restaurant, like the Cracker Barrel and stuff, is because they actually visually look different. Like, they look like a fun place to go. They're different. It's not like just some modern freaking square on the side of the road and you go in there and you have dinner.
I don't know if they're just filter feeding her like 5 like.
But I wanted to go.
Like, actually, this is good. And they're like,
now I wouldn't want to go anymore because, like, what am I going to go for? It's just the same as every other restaurant now.
Yes, we're going in the right direction. But they don't seem at all shocked or rocked or even slightly perturbed that their stock has just nosedived after unveiling the new logo and the plans to like redesign and redo certain elements of Cracker Barrel.
Well, remember, the heart and soul of Cracker Barrel is going to stay the same. And so today,
Oh,
we're
I'm
actually
sure it
launching a
will.
new campaign called All the More, which really highlights how people feel about Cracker Barrel. It's bigger than just a meal. We've got a retail shop. You're going to get great country hospitality with our scratch-made food in our restaurants, and that's really what this campaign celebrates. So we've enlisted a little bit of help from a guy named Jordan Davis. Maybe you've heard of him. He's got a new single and album out, and he's in our ad and is the voice of it as well. And it really, again, just highlights those things that make Cracker Barrel Cracker Barrel.
I know everyone's all excited about Hollow Knight Silksong around the corner, but I tell you what, I am chomping at the bit to get a piece of that Cracker Barrel ad campaign with Jordan Davis being the hired spokesperson for it. I can't wait. That's exciting. Yippee. Thanks so much for sharing. Basically, this whole interview is her just trying to reassure people that the Cracker Barrel they love is going nowhere, even though they are redoing the inside of the restaurant, even though they are changing the menu and redoing some of the dishes, even though they are changing the logo, and even though they have redesigned their philosophy to be more about the Cracker Barrel of today and tomorrow as opposed to the Cracker Barrel of the past. But other than that, like, everything's exactly the same.
Is the food changing?
The food, well, here's what I'll say about that. Innovation has proven to be really great at Cracker Barrel. People are loving our new menu items. We're reinvigorating our dinner menu.
In a lot of restaurants.
To be honest, that CEO, I doubt she'll make it past a year. I mean, with her track record, yeah, that makes sense.
Are leaning and going back to nostalgia, things that the customers are really comfortable with.
We never left it.
Yeah, you never left it, but you're changing up. You're kind of going a different direction. Why is that your strategy?
Yeah, because the Cracker Barrel needs to feel like the Cracker Barrel for today and for tomorrow. And again, the things that you love are still there.
No.
We need people to choose us, and we want people to choose us because people love
the Cracker Barrel is an old country store. That's what we want to feel when we go into the Cracker Barrel, okay?
this brand.
People love this brand, which is why we're changing it. It's just, I don't know, it feels really contradictory because, like, this is all about her saying, like, no, everything that makes Cracker Barrel is going to stay the same, you know? We never left nostalgia. Except we are leaving nostalgia. We're modernizing. Like, her whole spiel here, like the entire pitch, is about why the modernization of Cracker Barrel is a good thing and it's the right direction to go for the company. The changing of the menu, the new food, bringing back, like, some old food. She mentioned, like, a meal is coming back.
We're not changing anything, but we're changing everything. In other words. Why do all corporals wear the same dummy thick framed glasses? Maybe it makes them feel smart.
Or, I don't recognize the meal by name. I've only been at Cracker Barrel like maybe 10 times in my life. Actually, all of which have been a pretty decent dining experience. I've never actually had like a really bad time at Cracker Barrel. It is kind of cute as like this old-timey experience. But what she's insisting is like that experience will still be there, but modernized. But that clashes.
So
I don't know how you could modernize an old school, like old style experience. Like that would clash by its very nature, I would think. Like, if you're improving the food, great. I never had any big complaints about the food at Cracker Barrel, but if you want to introduce more high-quality cuisine options and just upgrade it, that's fine by me. Let it rip. I just don't know why that also means you have to redesign, like, the entire, like, brand identity and whatever. To me, it reminds me of what video games have also been doing for a while now, which I fucking hate, and I'm always the first to spit on this, where a new entry into a franchise will have the same name as another entry in the franchise, and it grinds my ass so hard. Like, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, that's actually 6 games I just named right there, because there's 2 of each, and they are so different. So Call of Duty...
You want to modernize something? Modernize the kitchen, get them a pressure fryer so food comes out faster. Yeah, exactly. Like modernize the kitchen, give them better equipment to use so that they can make better quality food, whatever. Change the menu a little bit, that's fine. But like the actual vibes of the restaurant and stuff, like don't change that. I feel like with the CEO's track record, she'll just come in, modernize and change everything. Everyone's gonna hate it and then she'll be like, peace, your problem now.
Modern Warfare
Not
is different
my
from Call of
problem
Duty
anymore.
Modern Warfare. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is different from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is different from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Like, you see the problem? Like, I hate that shit. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
I'm going off on a different tangent. Stop me now. Stop me now.
Look, we copy and pasted the same game, but it's different now. Have fun and also pay $80 for it. Thanks, bye.
Before I start getting out of control with the ranting. Point is, Cracker Barrel feels to me like it's doing that same thing, where it's taking Cracker Barrel and introducing Cracker Barrel 2025 on it, which is different. But she's insisting that it's the same, So what's the point in trying to
yeah.
present it as different? Like, just go ahead and make a marketing push.
Yeah,
like,
$100
hey, we upgraded
even.
our food, we changed these things around, we added new things to the gift shop, some more modern items, we repainted things inside to brighten it up, that kind of thing, whatever. Another thing she mentioned is they're changing the chairs to make more comfortable chairs. Big thumbs up for me.
Okay,
I actually
cool.
hated the chairs at Cracker Barrel sometimes. My ass is a little bony, so sitting on those chairs is a little uncomfortable for an extended period of time. So changing the chairs there, great idea. Does that also mean that it needs to come with like this whole push of like, Cracker Barrel's new, we've changed the logo and everything? I don't think so, but that's the trend of business these days, where even like the slightest change, you need to introduce the sequel. Like Overwatch. Overwatch 2. We've done almost nothing, and we're calling it Overwatch 2. This is the sequel. It's shit's
like when you read a good book or manga and then make a show movie out of it and cut out or change the majority of story. Yeah, and then it's absolute garbage. Garbage. I hate that.
Sucks. It's
That's
just super
mean,
useless.
but
Like,
it makes
that's
sense.
kind of like the DNA that I feel from this Cracker Barrel logo change and like this whole push about like the refreshing of Cracker Barrel. I think ultimately it probably won't change that much, but they have changed the logo. So immediately people will recognize it as something different, even if she's insisting it's going to be the same experience. And I think the logo is worse. It follows another trend I hate of these really boring minimalist logos. I think there's nothing fun or creative about it. It sucks a lot of life out of a brand. It just seems like a huge waste of resources to take a logo that everyone can immediately identify and take everything out of it to just be the name, and then try and present like, Cracker Barrel 2 is here. This is the refresh. But also, it's like the exact same experience that you've always remembered. Don't worry, everything you love about Cracker Barrel is still there. Okay, well then why did you redo the logo, and why are you calling it this huge refresh? It's just, I don't know. It feels super sloppy to me. I'm not surprised to see people aren't really responding well to it. It's worthless.
What if all the customers are coming at you hard enough about the look of the restaurant and they want to go back to the old way? Would you do it?
Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing.
That giggle.
I'll give you
Oh,
another
I'm sure
soundbite.
they are.
I actually happened to be in Orlando last week with all of our managers. We bring them together and every other year. And the number one question that I got asked, Michael, was, how can I get a remodel? When can I get a remodel? How do I get on the list?
Oh, really?
So because the feedback and the buzz is so good, not only from our customers, but from our team members. They want to work in a wonderful restaurant. So
Sure, that's all fine and dandy, but
yeah,
it
she's
is
coping.
not really representative of everyone's perception of this redesign and this refresh. Like, you can anecdotally talk about the managers in Orlando shaking you like, when can we get a remodel? And use that as an indicator that you're going in the right direction, but that doesn't tell the whole story. Like, I feel like, and of course I'm not in the board meetings here, but I feel like you could point to the stock price correlating with when the logo design dropped, and then also couple with all of the feedback you can publicly see from everyone, including your loyal customers, and probably make the assumption that maybe there's more people unsatisfied with this than we're thinking.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what the heck? I hated live action Lion King. It was complete trash. Yeah, that was okay. I preferred when they actually made like the one with Mufasa. He has a fridge full of gamer subs. He has a fridge full of the freaking carbonated one. I'm jealous. Jealous. That there is a cyberpunk level corpo. I'm sure they want remodels so they can fix old broken furniture and get new flooring, sure, but I don't think they want a sterile environment. Yeah, I don't think so. I think they would much prefer to keep the same vibe they have, but newer stuff.
They're currently writing it off as a vocal minority, but I feel like it's probably a pretty large group of people that isn't really excited about this. Of course, plenty of people that are upset about it are people that never eat at Cracker Barrel and probably never would have stepped foot in one in the first place. But there also are definitely some customers that probably are a bit turned off here because it's following the trend of every other business that is diluting everything that they've built into just being like generic slop looking. Even if that's not the case here with Cracker Barrel, people have already seen this song and dance from plenty of other businesses over the years that a lot of people are just tired of it in general. Now, what I will say is I don't think this will last long. Not like the logo and everything and the refresh. I'm sure they will fully commit to that, and that will probably be the norm from this point going forward for Cracker Barrel for a long time. What I don't think is going to last a while, what I think is ephemeral, is people avoiding Cracker Barrel and the stock plummeting. I think this will follow the trend of most shit where once it stops being flavor of the month, people will just go back to business as usual and they'll eat at Cracker Barrel when convenient or with their grandparents or something. Like, they're not going to be canceling trips to Cracker Barrel a week from now. So I'm sure it'll probably rebound to some extent.
Sadly.
Or even completely. Maybe
that's how companies just get away with this all the time.
I just don't think it's going to stay like this from this point going forward. But I guess I could be wrong about that. Maybe people are just like, you know what, fuck Cracker Barrel for this, and they're done with it. That's possible. I just find it unlikely because that almost never happens for any business, really. Anyway, though, just wanted to yap about this. That's about it.
That's sad. I freaking hate this freaking stupid shit of modernizing everything.